Welcome back to Marketplace. From ancient temples to bustling city streets and sushi and sumo, Japan is a country where tradition and innovation meet in the most fascinating ways. In our special segment today, The Journey Through Japan, we take you across the islands to explore the culture, cuisine, and customs that make it truly unique. Here's a look at the adventure. We are joined by someone very special on the couch today, Mr. Thad Lolling, and he is our amazing director who you guys always know we have an earpiece in. He is the one that is always talking to me during the show, but he went on a very amazing trip to Japan, and we were sad to have him gone for 2 weeks, but he is here to give us the rundown, to give us the summary of what Japan was like. So Thad, take it away. Explain Japan to us.
Thanks for inviting me on to the show. Basically, I introduced, I was telling you I was going to go on vacation, and you were so excited about it. I was like, oh, you're going to Japan. I would like you to be on the show. Personally, I really do not like being in front of the cameras. I much prefer, pressing buttons, being in the control room and whatnot.
Controlling me, trying to make sure I...
For sure, just keeping the show rolling. Yeah. So now that I'm in front of the cameras, obviously super nerve-wracking, but I am definitely excited to show you this, brief presentation that I got for you here today over here on Marketplace.
Okay, well, let's take it away. You are about to see, there's going to be 2 minutes, and then we'll go to a commercial break, and then we'll be back with more, just talking all about Japan and showing you the amazing things. So let's take it away. We hope you enjoy.
It's an encapsulation of traditions and cultures that expand well over 1,000 years. Japan is a country that encourages its residents and their visitors to reflect on the past and present in order to create an enriching lifestyle for the future. If we look at the present, what are the first things visitors notice when they enter? Well, the Japanese are quite proud of their local food. Morning programming like ours looks like this in Japan. Scenic green lawns, some take to gardening on the patio. The weather at this time of year? Humid. Make sure you have one of these things running. And while our country primarily travels by pavement, a huge percentage of Japanese residents travel by rail. With train stations scattered about, just one tap of your prepaid train card, and you can ride the trains to almost anywhere. Shopping centers surround the train stations with the purpose of leisure as well as for errands. And landmarks are also easier to get to with stations being nearby. Depending on the time of day, some trains can go from somewhat busy to completely crowded. It's no wonder the Japanese use trains more than any other transportation. So let's take a bullet train and see a couple landmarks. This bullet train can go up to 200 miles per hour. From a distance, it doesn't look as fast as you would think. That is until you look here. Like most landmarks tourists visit, a reflection of the past is needed in order to interpret Japan's present identity. Here at its headquarters in Tokyo, sumo wrestling tournaments have increasingly garnered a Western following. But of course, both residents and tourists alike share an equal passion for the sport. Religious and sporting rituals of the past still take prominence in present-day tournaments, like this golden bow twirling ceremony. In Shinto religion, it's used to cleanse evil spirits and sentiments that may have taken place during the matches. It also signals the end of the tournament day, incentivizing the audience to leave the stadium. So let's head out of the stadium, take another train ride to another destination.
We're not done yet. That was just the first half of Thad showing us his journey through Japan, which is absolutely phenomenal. So we'll be right back after this short 2-minute break with more Japan. Back to Marketplace. I'm Benny Harmony, joined by Thad Lolling, our newscast director. Before the break, he was showing us his journey through Japan to long weeks away from us. So we're going to head back over there and finish that right now.
A look into the future of Japan can be best summarized by our next destination that can only be reached by train, the 2025 Expo. So what exactly is the Expo? Think the Illinois State Fair, but on the world stage. If you remember from history class about the St. Louis World's Fair in 1904, the current iteration of it is now called the Expo. Like the World's Fair of the past, the latest in technology and societal innovations are the showcase from every participating country, like Canada, Germany, and even the United States. This year's Expo happens to take place here in Osaka, Japan. The first thing people see when they enter is their mascot, Myaku Myaku, a peculiar creature made out of cells and water, a symbolic gesture to Japan's outlook on nature. You'll also see this large wooden structure seen here, the Grand Ring, awarded the Guinness World Record for largest man-made wooden structure. It gets its title by surrounding the entire facility, which was designed to symbolize a unity in humanity via the sharing of cultures and ideas. Its large structure can also be used to protect visitors from the heat and the rain as people navigate the park. Many of the hot ticket showcases seen through their exterior buildings were unfortunately reservation only. But what I was able to film for you today is still something worth showing. Here at the Persona Natureverse, a lab-grown heart and cardiac tissue sheet are on display to the public. To help showcase these innovations, a collaboration with Tezuka's famous anime is illustrated here to show Japan's ideal future, a future where nature and technology can coincide with one another. It's an outlook of the Expo's overarching goal, which is to connect lives, empower lives, and save lives. An outlook of the future is not only illustrated, but also put into practice outside the Expo. The most valuable experience spent here in Japan was the time had with family and our attempt to break language barriers. While the signs are bilingual, Japan is predominantly a Japanese-speaking country. Various phone apps now have options to use your camera and microphone to translate what others read and say, all with just a few taps of the screen. While not perfect, it'll be interesting to see how this technology develops over time. Speaking of family, I'd like to thank my aunt and uncle for their super generous generosity during our time here. I'd also like to thank my News Channel 20 family for inviting me over to Marketplace and sharing my experience with the folks here in Central Illinois.
I am speechless. This was my first time seeing this as well, just the same as you guys. But Thad, I mean, I want to know, like, rankings, you know, like what was your favorite parts about Japan? Your family still lives there. You said your cousin.
Yeah, absolutely. I visited my mother's side of the family and visited aunt and uncle, as well as, you know, the cousins and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have a ranking system for absolute favorites, but just off the top of my head, obviously the Expo, you know, just train hopping. I still dream about trains, like in train hopping to this day. That's how many trains I had to, you know, maneuver around and stuff. The food was obviously absolutely fantastic.
Oh, I can't even imagine. Well, you brought me back a whole thing of Japanese candy. And if you get a chance, there's so many cameras, I don't know which one to look at. Try Japanese candy. It is phenomenal.
Yeah, you could probably get it in an Oriental store or whatnot, so.
And then what about, like, how cool was it to kind of see your history, your culture, you know, it's a part of you.
Yeah, I think the most interesting, also kind of sad thing too, is because half of my family lives halfway across the world, I don't really get to spend too much time with them and, you know, get to see all their faces, names, you know, like all the grandkids and whatnot.
Yeah.
So just trying to, you know, get adjusted to all the like the newer family members and whatnot was definitely a rewarding experience.
And then what about food? Do you have a favorite food that you tried while you were there?
So I figured you would ask this question, so I was prepared. So one of my favorites was the tempura shrimp. They do obviously have tempura. It's a fried shrimp.
Oh, it is?
Basically,
Okay.
it's fried shrimp, especially Japanese fried shrimp. They have it in America. You can try it, but for whatever reason, Japan, it's light and fluffier. It just tastes so much better.
It's just traditional.
Oh, yeah.
It's where it came from. And then what about this, Thad? You have this to show us.
So, yeah, this is a souvenir that my family got from the sumo shop. The name is Onosato. He's the newest Yokozuna, the top-ranking sumo.
Oh, in the video that we saw
in the
of
video.
the guys?
Well, he's not in the video, but
But that's what a sumo, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's the name of the sumo wrestler. So I figured I'd have some little decoration in the couch. So.
Well, Thad, one day, you know, when we all make it big time, we're gonna take a marketplace trip to Japan. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, well, Thad, thank you so much for telling us about your trip and just sharing it with us. I know it meant a lot to you, and it means a lot to us that you wanted to share it. So it was our pleasure to have you right here on Marketplace, and just, you help us so much, and you are a big contributor to this show, and I love that we got to share this for you.
Again, thanks for inviting me.
Of course. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to watch more segments from Marketplace on News Channel 20.